But look at this view. I couldn't help but want to take a screenshot. We're on our way to a distress signal that our tower back at the base, or back at our pirate colony, marked for us. Sometimes there's a pilot that looks like, yeah, crap. So we're going to help this guy out, see if we can repair his ship and get some sort of reward. Let's see what he's got to say. All right, take your time, Prospector. Yep. All right.
Hello, you are a Badistata friend, yes? Nigla fabra nud confiscation in lug eska is pasta. Te na yasanin.
The Gek points out the scorch marks streaking their ship in the empty inventory hold. They speak in hushed tones, looking around nervously as though they expect some authority to suddenly descend upon them. They produce what initially looks to be an ordinary fuel cell. Futilely, they hinge upon the casing to reveal a new multi-tool, clearly stamped with the Viking insignia. Snapping the case closed, they gesture back at the empty hold, where presumably more of these smuggled treasures are stowed. So this guy is a fellow smuggler! But we're definitely not going to report him to the authorities. Let's see if he'll give us some stuff. Prospector Rinder bounces on their toes in delight. They direct me to the facility where they first lifted the stash, cautioning me against high alert security system. All right, so he's directing us towards a factory we can raid. Well, we'll have to go check that out. They seem to be giving us more variety with these rather than just simple repairs. They are giving us these 2- and 3-step ones, which is really cool. I don't know when they added that in, but I'm loving it. I want to get a look inside the cockpit of our new Phoenix as well. Look how awesome it looks in here with the broken wires because you sort of hot wired it to work. I love that detail. And holy crap, they weren't kidding about the security system. It's an immediate 5-star alert before I even started shooting the door. They got laser beams on me. I got to real quick get in here and turn this off.
Encryption bypassed. Local vault status empty. Cash transfer status arrived at facility X7739317.
It appears that the multi-tool cache has been relocated to a new vault. The pirate Gek will likely be appreciative of these new coordinates. Okay, and all of these guys have forgotten that I just broke in here. I absolutely love that. They're searching for me, and I'm right here. I'm pretty sure that we're safe now, but I'm going to keep my cloak on as long as possible because these guys were literally lighting me on fire a second ago. All right, they're still kind of on my tail, so I'm going to go ahead and land at this ancient ruin, which is the other building that our tower marked for us today. And let's see if, while I'm getting the lore out of here, they'll start to forget about me. So we always want to grab these little knowledge stones around the base and see what words we can learn. See if my camouflage will last long enough to count this ticker down.
Many.
Only 3 more seconds. Come on. It's almost over. Wait. My camouflage ran out right before it freaking... Okay, we gotta lose this tail or I can't go back to our smuggler buddy. I can't bring the sentinels back to him. I'm doing a freaking merry-go-round with this one sentinel who won't get off my butt. Oh gosh, Beep Boop is already starting to shoot at him. Maybe he'll lose interest while we read this. Flickering emblems appear on the stone. Although I do not recognize the language, somehow I can read the history of this strange planet and the Gek who once resided here.
The foul scent of the Gek cannot be opposed. The first spawn commands all its surveys. We are masters of the stars. Our rule shall endure eternity. The Viking and Corvex cower in despair in our name.
Can you imagine seeing the Gek be the, authoritarian overlords of the galaxy? The way the Gek have changed in the modern age, that whole lore between them and the Corvex is just amazing. I'm sure we'll get into it at some point. We still have not lost this sentinel tail. I'll see if I can just scoot along the planet a little bit. And wait a second. We got another monolith right here. All right, well, We'll check this one out too. Sometimes I've had the Sentinels bug where they never leave you alone, but this feels like a feature, like it's an intentional thing with this little mini mission that we're on. The surface of the plaque shimmers and shakes with the screams of a people that lived here long ago. The words are unfamiliar, yet in the sounds of Gek anger and outrage, I can hear meaning.
With each conquered world, the first spawn's resolve strengthens. None shall oppose the Gek for fear that their planets will be shaken to dust. We shall weep when there are no more worlds to conquer.
I love to imagine this little Gek standing at a podium in like a Napoleon outfit, yelling all of that stuff. Well, crap! I forgot about this Sentinel tail. We'll just lose them here if I can. It's only a few seconds. Maybe I can hide in a cave. That's not a good cave. Is this a good cave? Is this deep enough for me to get away from the Sentinels in? Not really. Their search is just a little bit longer than my cloak. If I time it just right, and then we keep moving, maybe I can outlast them this time. Yeah, the ticker's going down faster now. Okay. Finally, we lose our Sentinel tail right here next to our smuggler friend. Where'd you go, buddy? Ah, you popped out of behind me. You were in the ship. Prospector Render shifts their weight nervously. They await news of my infiltration of the secure facility. Didn't you see the guys chasing me? The Gek thanks me warmly, almost seeming as to have expected new coordinates. As they offer the promised multi-tool, their eyes dart guiltily over my exosuit, checking for injury. Okay, we're gonna accept the multi-tool reward because we don't really need Unix right now. It's only a C class, but it's another one that we can disassemble. Oh, we have to exchange. No thank you. Oh well, I guess we did all of that for nothing. Well, crap! Since we got gypped on our reward from the last one, I had another distress beacon to pop, so let's see what we find over here. I don't see a pilot anywhere. This might be a free ship. The nearby life form observes me as I approach this ship. Perhaps they could offer clues about what occurred here. What pilot? Where is he hiding? We got an invisible pilot? Where are you? All right, well, I guess I'll have a seat and see who shows up. Anybody? Pilot? Pilot, where are you? What the heck is going on here? What? No, that was a beetle inside of his ship. There you are, you little guy. Hiding over here, Toilgek Yudi. What the heck are you doing?
My new dear if I hour so many units for this starship. Lokani Lugalai, Inano, Hargatsby, and Fukanati.
He does not sound happy. This geek appears to be taking stock of their starship's cargo after a crash. They wring their hands and pace ineffectively, wavering between helplessness and embarrassment, both wanting help and not wanting it. Okay, well, we're gonna offer assistance to this little guy. Toilgek Uri, internal conflict seems to dissolve. They look unburdened, suddenly remembering themselves. They give a dignified sniff and indicate that they do, of course, have the means to pay me for my assistance. Okay, what are you gonna do here? Let's see how bad the damage is on this thing. This looks like a brand new starship, only recently certified for flight. The regrettable denting to the nose tells a story of direct collision with an asteroid. The mineral dust on the weapon barrel suggests some enthusiastic mining may have preceded the crash. Okay, so we'll go ahead and repair his ship. It only cost us one metal piece, so that's no big deal. Hey, buddy, I fixed your ship for you. It looks like you were being a little reckless. Tolgek Udi looks much more composed now their ship is restored. They ready their accounts to transfer my payment. Rather than units, let's see what the cargo is. I'm always more interested in items. The Gek's face drops slightly, reluctant to give up their cargo. However, they seem to accept the fairness of the trade and hand over a reasonable portion of minerals. Looks like we got ourselves a pocket full of gold. And oh my gosh! Buddy, oh God, you dove straight into the ground. Well, I guess that's the end of our Toilgek friend. He's really a terrible pilot.
Captain friend, I bring you news of an opportunity in Sukafnium system. The power generation market here is ripe for manipulation.
Well, obviously we're gonna agree to the scheme. Get to it, brother.
Excellent, Captain Friend. We shall watch the market for the chance to strike.
Man, we're just being really kept busy with distress signals and little side missions from our freighters. I love it. I can't believe they added so much depth to all of this stuff. You don't even really notice when they added it in, but it just adds up to this amazing total. It feels like we're in some sort of soap opera or something with all of these pilots getting lost and having all these different issues. My goodness, I almost landed right on top of this guy. Whoa, hey, don't sneak up behind me.
Friend, ship Imlamaka Igor, I do not anfanati.
The Gek seems frustrated, cursing to themselves. The nearby ship, driven in the dirt by an unexpected landing, must belong to them. Of course it belongs to you. We should mock their plight, but I can't. I'm going to offer assistance. Assistant Anev looks skeptical, but nods. I have permission to investigate the crash. The ship's engine seems an inappropriate fit for a vessel of this size, and yet it has failed from overextension, now sparking in protest. The starship must be far heavier than it appears. So we could repair the engine or take a little bit of the cargo. I feel like this is the risky option, but we gotta go with it, right? We're a pirate. We're gonna take some of his cargo. I take a quick look in the cargo hold and find it overloaded with dense minerals, weighing the ship down far beyond reasonable capacity. Adding some of the hull to my own pack lightens the ship's load. So we stole a pocket full of gold from this guy. Hey, you didn't see that, did you? Assistant Anev evidently noticed the cargo being lifted from their hold, as they greet me with somewhat coldly. They transfer a low sum of units and wave a sarcastic farewell. Well, screw you too, pal. I was just trying to help you out. You're the one that had too much gold in your frickin' storage. Could have just said so.